Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day it is today.
Oh, the dappled sunlight is coming through these linen curtains.
Yeah.
These open linen curtains that with a screen door open going out into beautiful Myrtle Beach. We're coming at you. This is a nice lazy Sunday morning episode.
Yeah.
We've booked a weekend stay at a sandals resort. And me and Will are just taking it easy for this one. We're hanging out at the beach.
We're relaxing, looking out the back door, watching the sapphire water gently caress the pale sand beneath the beautiful bright sunshine. What's that?
Oh, it's seagulls in the distance.
A seagull. Wow. You don't see those anymore.
What does that mean?
It's a beautiful sight.
It's a beautiful sight.
They don't have those in New Jersey.
No, I've
No.
never seen one of these before.
No, not in person.
And it's
Only
not
in books.
only in books.
I remember
in
my
fables.
old Zoo Books subscription as a child. I remember the issue they sent out about seagulls.
And
I read that front to back over and over, and even after my parents were like, "Okay, lights out, time to go to bed."
I bet you got that little flashlight out.
I got that little flashlight
You
out
got that,
under my
you
covers.
got that little clip-on book light that you got in the Scholastic magazine.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just
And they just poured
yeah.
over these beautiful creatures. Wow, what an inspiring experience!
What an incredible luxury.
Yeah.
It's so incredible that you can just pay $12 for a full weekend at a beautiful sandals resort in gorgeous Myrtle Beach. This is an episode of Life in the World.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
We're here to answer, sometimes we like to look into the future.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to look ahead. It's always good to have a plan, but sometimes, you have to unwind.
Right.
You have to there are times when it's important to focus on the present. So we're here in beautiful Myrtle Beach at this luxurious sandals resort. And we're just going to take it easy and help you out.
Listen, I've said this before, and I said this on the previous episode of Life in the World.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's important to occasionally touch base with your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of gently push aside the fourth wall that we build.
Oh.
To say,
Yeah.
hey guys, just checking in on you. You doing okay? Need a glass of water? Can I get you anything? I'm going to order some food. Would you like some? How do you feel about dim sum?
We're getting shrimp scampi.
We're getting shrimp scampi.
How'd you feel about a little bit of shrimp scampi? How about let's lay out a nice white beach towel for you. Come on down. Sit next to us.
Yeah.
How about you lay on your back? I'll oil it up for you.
Chris will oil up your back.
I'm going to oil up your back and get a
and-
nice tan going.
And I'll go run to the curb so that I can receive the Olive Garden DoorDash order I placed for
Right,
you.
and then that'll be good because
Yeah.
then me and you will have a little bit of privacy from Will,
Yeah.
and then we will just see where things go. We just see, and then look, no pressure. And then Will come back, and it's going to be awkward,
A little bit.
and it'll be a little bit awkward because he's going to be able to tell that you and I have done a
Well,
little bit of something, but
I'll go for a little stroll on the beach. I'll let you two have your quality time.
it would be nice. And like, hey, no pressure.
No,
if
of
you're
course.
not into
No,
it.
of
Look,
course,
I'll just
of course.
oil up your back, and I will be perfectly respectful about it.
Yeah,
And then you'll get that nice tan, and we're going to answer your question.
that's right.
We're going to help you out.
Here on Life in the World, we answer you listener-submitted questions about how to cope with the ins and outs, ups and downs, left and rights, and trials and tribulations of their daily lives. They are so beautifully open with us in the questions that they send us.
It's such a blessing and a joy.
It's an honor to have people write in and basically say, Will, Chris Dunn, Will Wood, hosts of this podcast,
Help us.
allow me to make myself vulnerable to you.
Yeah.
here's my heart. What do I do with it?
It's a blessing, you know. It's a blessing and a joy, and it's so. And you know that it feels like even more of a blessing, on such a gorgeous Sunday morning.
Really,
in beautiful
really
Myrtle
does.
Beach, South Carolina.
You know,
I've never been closer to God.
I was about to say the same thing. The exact same thing, word for word.
Yeah.
I've never felt closer to God than I do in these moments.
Yeah, we're in His country.
Yeah, we are.
We're
We are.
in His country.
In South Carolina.
And it's beautiful. The sand, the waves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some other stuff about Myrtle Beach.
The other things.
It's like some specific things about Myrtle Beach that don't apply to all beaches. I'm trying to think of something. I don't know any. And that's the thing, is that's how beautiful this Sandals Resort is we've barely left the bungalow. We've been homebodies this whole time. There's all kinds of sights we could be seeing.
We'll be honest with you. We're still in bed.
We're still in bed.
We're just looking out the back window, sitting upright in this big, beautiful
king size, this circular king-sized bed.
This big round bed.
Mm-hmm. With like linen curtains around it.
Yep.
Yeah. What a crazy happenstance. They only gave us one bed.
What a weird.
You know? We picked a double suite, but oh no, there's just one bed. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Guess we're gonna have to cuddle up for the weekend.
That was an accident.
And now we're here, and we can feel the sun on our skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's time to help some people.
Yeah.
How about you crawl up into this beautiful big bed between the two of us, handsome boys? We're gonna cuddle up next to you and whisper advice into your ear.
Only one at a time,
Only
though,
one,
folks.
one at a time.
One at a time, though. There are strict rules at hotels in Myrtle Beach.
It's a little bit warm in this bed. The sun's a little hot.
Yeah.
So how about let's toss off the sheets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's move down. Let's move down to our bungalow is directly on the beach. So let's kind of just like move out into the sand. You know, let's take a seat down next to us on this towel, and tell us what's bothering you.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right,
let's
folks.
get into some questions.
We're here to answer your questions. And we're really, really excited for the opportunity, the privilege to...
It's a blessing and a joy, and I feel so close to God here in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yeah. Okay, so the first question I have here. Hold on a moment. I think I'm missing one that I wanted to highlight.
No rush. We're booked for the whole weekend.
Oh, I am missing one. What a little goof. Oh, hello.
Oh, he's getting closer.
He's right here. Oh, Chris, get the camera. Chris, get the camera.
Ah! Oh, my finger!
Oh my God! 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 Oh,
It's okay. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good.
Oh my God!
No, I'm gonna.
Dude.
There's like a loose. There's some like loose seaweed here. I'm just gonna kind of.
Oh my
create a
God! Oh
tourniquet.
God! That's gonna get infected.
No, Will, this is we have this is a relaxed Sunday.
Okay.
Energy, Will.
Okay.
I'm gonna get back into
Chris,
it.
you're losing a lot of blood.
Will, pain is in the mind.
Chris, I think I should call an ambulance.
No,
There's
Will. Will, pain's in the mind.
Chris, your fucking hand is gone. That seagull bit your entire hand off
And you know what?
and dragged it down the beach. It's flying away with it.
Well, I didn't need it. Who needs? My job is to fucking give people good ass advice. And I don't need a hand. I got my fucking mic holding hand. I'm good.
Oh, jeez.
Well, let's answer some nice, relaxed. Let's feel the little sand between our toes. Maybe take a little dip in the salt water. Maybe not me. I bet it'd sting a little bit, you know.
Oh
But
God.
let's maybe get a couple questions.
You're
out of the
handling
way.
this surprisingly well.
Mm-hmm.
because I decided that it took your whole hand as opposed to just biting you a
My
little bit.
suitcase was mostly filled with Valium, though.
Oh, jeez.
I have higher than I've ever been in my whole life.
That explains so much of your behavior. Did you?
Huh?
I'm gonna have to talk to the front desk because they should know that it wasn't you weren't you weren't yourself.
Well, how about we just? That's one idea. But how about we just get into some questions and see how this bleeding hand thing pans out.
My God. Okay. Jeez. Okay.
Wow, look at that! Look at that big beautiful sun. That's a nice you know. Well, the sun, nice hot sun ain't so bad once you get the sunscreen on. I think I'm going to hold this bloody stump up to the sun and see if it cauterizes the wound. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. Yeah, that's sealing up real nice.
It is. That's actually... You'll be fine.
And it smells delicious.
Hey.
What is that,
hey,
barbecue?
Oh, Chris.
Yeah?
Stop licking it.
Oh, but it's so good, William.
I know.
Will, do we have any more Valium?
No, we don't. I don't.
You
shouldn't.
I had all the Valium, I think.
Well, I mean, when I opened your suitcase, it was empty.
Right, yeah.
So.
And it was full of Valium this morning.
How much fucking Valium did
I've
you
had
take?
a lot of Valium.
Are you? You're worrying me pretty badly.
How about we get into these questions, William?
Oh God. Okay. This is. Do we commit to this?
I guess we did. We kind of we took it this far. I don't know.
What a weird
we
juxtaposing energy.
We could have gone
what
one
we
of two
hard
ways when
established.
the seagull bit my finger off. We could have tied it back on and then moved on immediately. Or but no, we didn't go that way. Now my whole hand's gone, but it's okay. I've held it up to the sun. The wound has burned over. I don't have a hand anymore, but I'm going to be just fine.
Okay.
How about we get into some questions, Will?
So we're good.
We're good.
So from here out, what we know for sure is Chris is a one-handed man who's taken a lot of Valium.
And look, I spent a little bit of time walking down the boardwalk, checking out the little gift shops. I found a beautiful little hook hand that I think is going to look fantastic on me.
Oh,
I'm really going to be able to kind of
wow.
I'm gonna be a little pirate guy.
Okay,
and I think it's gonna be fun. We're at the beach. We're at the ocean.
Okay, yeah, you know what?
It's a fun new vibe for Chris. He's got a hook hand now.
I don't know how to act this scenario. What does my character do?
It's like you. I think you gotta support me. Will.
Oh my goodness!
No, you said support me.
Oh wow!
Well, look.
Okay.
Look at this hook hand. Isn't it?
Hey,
isn't this good? This is a good look for me.
That's pretty cool, man.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
That silver lining barely has a cloud. Honestly,
exactly.
Fuck a hand.
Seagull bit my hand.
You know
off.
what?
Now I'm
give me that
I'm
knife.
Very cool.
Give
get
me
in on
that
this,
knife.
buddy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
And a 1, and a 2, and a. Ow! I've chopped my hand off! And now a hermit crab is scuttling away with it. And it's hopped into the sea, never to be seen from again. And now I'm sticking the hand stub in the sand so the sand sticks to the wound and closes it up.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I told you a little bit of a fib.
Oh?
I said I had all the Valium. But I thought this might happen.
Hey.
So here's I squirreled away this entire suitcase full of Valium.
Oh
for you.
wow! Let me pop this bad boy open and
eat this entire suitcase full of Valium,
like a pig in a trough.
And then that hand ain't gonna be bothering you none.
Glub, 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 glub. That's my Valium eating sound effect.
He's sucking it up like some kind of. His nose has extended into an elephant-like trunk, sort of a snuffleupagus kind of situation. And he's just sucking up the Valium.
And there we go. Now I've also done a lot of Valium. Okay, and I also have a hook hand. All right. Scene.
And now it's time to
let's answer.
Let's have this beautiful, relaxing question.
Okay.
At this gorgeous Sandals Resort in beautiful Myrtle Beach, North Carolina.
Okay. So, how do I get? Okay.
Just read the question. Well, you're there. You're already there.
Okay. Yes, Mia wants to know. I'm sorry. Hold on. We are delighted to announce that we've received an audience-submitted question that really, really just, it speaks to something so many of us have experienced. And it's a difficult thing in life.
Yeah.
And so every time I get a message like this, in addition to the text of the question, I also see the words, I trust you, you know? And so thank you so much for writing in, Mia.
Wow.
Mia says, "Hi, Chris and Will. I think I have a crush on someone, and I have no idea how to tell them without the fear of ruining our friendship. How can one go about expressing their feelings to someone? Or, if you're answering normal life questions, I see this was originally intended as a future question.
Okay.
That's a different show Chris and
That's
I do
cute.
now and again
Okay.
for laughs.
Oh.
How should I tell them? Thanks, Mia." Mia, thank you so much for writing in. And you know what? We trust you too. What
trust
is
you,
that
man.
sound?
Someone is doing some kind of lawn or yard work outside the cabin.
Strange.
How about we?
It's on the beach.
Outside the. Someone is. It's What that seagull sounds sick.
Yeah. Fucking sick as hell,
Listen
dude.
to the lung capacity on that seagull.
That seagull is doing some like some death metal growls.
How about we close this window?
Yeah, that seagull is loud.
Close this window.
Anyway, Mia, here's the thing that I think that you might be running up against is that you're trying to avoid the fear of ruining the friendship. You want to tell them, but you don't want to ruin the friendship, right? But you're letting fear control your life.
You can't let fear control your life.
No. You have to let your infatuations, flights of fancy, and sexual attraction to people control your life.
But here's the thing, Will. Bravery isn't easy. It
No,
isn't
of
something
course
that you
not.
achieve overnight. So I think what you need to do is you need to start pushing your boundaries in other areas.
Okay.
You need to find courage elsewhere that you can then bring into your romantic relationships.
That's a beautiful idea, Chris.
Find a mask. Put a simple black mask that you can tie around your eyes.
Like a traditional robber's mask?
A traditional robber's mask.
Or a Zorro
perhaps,
mask?
Perhaps a Zorro's mask.
Oh, I like that
Learn
one.
the way of the sword.
Okay.
Stalk the streets of San Jose at night.
San Jose.
Waiting for cattle rustlers and train robbers. You know, I think it's time for you to stalk the streets and bring vigilante justice to it.
Okay.
And you know what? That's a little bit romantic.
It is.
You know,
It's a
because here's the
beautiful
thing:
thing.
you go out, you put on your little fedora and your cape and
Mhm.
your rapier. You know, you go out there, you start challenging people, fighting them for their honor. That's very sexy.
It is.
You know,
It is.
and so you go out there and you build the bravery by bringing
Right.
justice to the streets.
Yeah.
And now not only do you have the confidence that you need, but you're also a fucking sexy vigilante now. You're like a real Zorro type.
That's a great idea.
Thank you.
If you have the courage, if you can work up the courage to fight crime,
Yeah.
if you can work up the courage to swashbuckle, to carve your initials into the wall after executing some street justice on a pack of criminals,
They'll be coming to you.
they will. They'll be throwing themselves at you. And, you know, that's like your friend
Yeah.
and prospective partner. That's a good way to gauge if they feel similarly towards you, is if you become someone who they could like.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because right now,
You considered that.
you know, you're worried that they won't reciprocate the feelings.
Right.
A great way to make sure that that isn't the case is to change
Yeah.
and be more attractive.
Be like taller.
Right.
You know?
Here's the thing you can do. Break your knees.
Break your knees.
Stretch
Get that
yourself out a
fucking
little bit.
Crazy ass experimental surgery.
Mm-hmm.
That real surgery that exists.
Yeah.
Where they break your goddamn legs and put chunks of metal in there.
Yeah.
So that you're like an inch and a half taller and you break your fucking shins anytime you try to shoot a basketball.
Yes. That's a brilliant. I think that's an excellent idea.
And
So-
love is about sacrifice, you know?
Yeah.
You might look. What do you love more? Your beautiful sweetheart, or fucking killing it at hoops on the street.
Right.
You're gonna reputate. What matters more, your reputation as a lover or a baller?
Right. Now, of course, you may run into a little bit of issue doing your vigilante justice on the streets at night when your shins are unbelievably fragile.
That's what the rapier's for.
But that's what it's for.
That's what it's for.
You've got a blade.
You know,
You
you've got
live
that
by the
blade.
blade.
As long as you got your arms, you know, and you
Right.
got that gentle footwork, you're not putting pressure on your knees. You're a dancer.
Right.
You know,
Right. Learn
You're
to
live,
dance the
you know?
dance of the night.
you're a devilish rogue.
Right.
You know, you're not some barbaric fucking brute.
No.
You have mastered the art of the sword.
Right. This
Emphasis
is-
on art.
This is fencing,
This is fencing.
not fighting.
No.
Right. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very tired.
Well, then how about I got an idea.
Okay.
How about you close your eyes, Will? Lay back on this beach towel.
Yeah.
Just feel the sun beating down on your skin. It's okay. You put sunscreen on. You're covered. You just feel it. And and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let you drift off into slumberland,
Okay.
and I'm going to access your subconscious,
Okay.
your pure animal id,
Oh.
and it's gonna speak to us through your dreams.
Okay.
I've been coming to your house every night in the dead of darkness, Will.
Oh God, the volume.
And I've been whispering various code phrases into your ear, reprogramming your mind.
Oh.
I'm gonna snap my fingers, and the and the true Will is gonna come out. The pure Will, without any walls, without any insecurities.
Okay.
The pure and perfect alpha version of William Wood.
Okay.
This is the culmination of all of my hard work, reconditioning your mind. Now you just
Okay.
relax. Let the sun beat down. Hear that? Seagulls in the distance, and you know you're safe from the seagull. He's sated now. He's not hungry anymore. And I'm gonna snap my fingers. Oh.
It's time to P-A-R-T. Why? 'Cause I gotta. Ooh,
yeah, dude.
somebody stop me.
Oh my God, he's the mask. I snapped my finger. Will was wearing nothing but swim trunks and a fucking zoot suit, fucking materialized out of his skin, growing out of him like fungus.
I'm
And now
smoking.
He's fucking catwalking across a sandy beach. I don't know how he's getting traction. He's flowing across it like Jesus Christ atop water.
They call me
like-
Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. Ooh, Myrtle Beach, how are you today? Oh, I feel alive. I feel awake, and that volume's kicking in too, baby. How you guys doing? Welcome so much to Life in the World. Chris Dunn and I are here to help you survive this crazy, crazy, hectic life of ours. It's a hard, hard world out there, and I'll tell you, these days it's not getting easier. So, Zenith
What kind of questions we
Froggo in the Discord server
Uh-huh.
has written in
Okay.
and offered up their heart and soul to us so that we can save it. Here we go. Hey, Chris and Will, my mother is Cancer, and she likes to pull the Cancer card to get a lot of what she wants. Is this morally correct? Thanks, Zenith. Thanks so much for writing in, Zenith. Wow, what a question. What a killer concept. Oh, my God. What do you think, Chris Dunn? She's got cancer. She can do what she wants. Am I right?
That's honestly kind of what I'm circling around. Yes. It's like at this point, you know, what do you want me to say?
Right.
Your mom has cancer.
All right. Thank you so
Like,
much
just
for
be
writing in.
nice
Let's
to
get
your
another
mom.
question. Be nice to your mother. She's got cancer. All right. Next question here. Okay. This is from Just a Unicorn in the Discord server. And Just a Unicorn says, When someone I do not know tells me not to do something dumb, I tell them, you're not my dad. My dad died of cancer when I was 14, so I giggle to myself. Is this morally correct? P.S. Hope your mom is okay. What do you think, Chris Dunn?
Honestly, I was so blown away by the energy that I didn't absorb that much of the question.
Okay, next question. Maybe we don't have anything ready for that one. Here we go. Ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and here we go. Amadeus in the Discord server wants to know, my mom died last year, and since then, my go-to response for all things I do not like, want, am mildly inconvenienced by is, yeah, but my mom's dead, which I hear is becoming repetitive and unfunny. However, my mother still remains dead. How can I solve this, Kristen?
You gotta commit to the bit, baby. You gotta be going out there.
I'm telling you, committing to the bit is not always a great idea.
he looks lightheaded. But in this case, Will, I think you got to commit to the bit. I think you got to start going up to just. You got to stop saying it when it's relevant. Start telling cashiers at Quick Check that your mom's dead.
Right.
You know?
That's a great idea.
When you go out to eat at Olive Garden, you know, and you have a huge meal, you have a bunch of courses, tons of
bunch of deep fried lasagna in your belly.
You got people running back and forth from the kitchen. And it's time, you've already paid the check, and it comes time to pay the tip. I want you to look that waiter deep in the eyes, that waiter who's been running back and forth from the kitchen, getting you all kinds of requests, replacing items that you didn't like. You're going to look him in the eye and say, my mom's dead. My mother, I would love to give you at least a 5 to 10% tip, but my mother is dead, and I'm very sad.
What's that waiter gonna do, right?
Nothing. Legally nothing.
Yeah.
You're not obligated to tip legally.
No, you're really not. And that's the thing that people don't tell you. You don't actually have to tip your servers.
No, yeah, and I think that's what you should take away from this one.
And look, some people will tell you, like, well, servers are only paid $2.17 an hour, which is technically illegal in all other contexts.
Right.
Yeah, thanks to some loophole in the law, people are able to pay waiters full-blown starvation wages.
But what they don't understand is that your fucking mom died.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's super insensitive of them.
This can be your special it's your special day for as long as you want it to be.
Look those entitled, smarmy little waiters in the eye and tell them, listen, I know you're living paycheck to paycheck, and that paycheck is mostly just a formality and really doesn't exist at all. I know you survive.
I get it. Like, it sounds really hard. It sounds difficult. But, hey, are you still able to experience a mother's love?
Yeah.
Is that something that is that still like an option for you?
Pardon me, garçon. Do you got a mom? Because guess who don't? This guy. I don't have this 90s comedy energy in me.
I disagree. It's it's clearly taking a lot out of you, but when you lock into it, you fucking lock into it. When you're in it, it's effortless.
This is gonna get really annoying. I have to take my fucking hoodie off. I'm sweating.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, here we go. Eventually, I'm going to snap my fingers, and I'm going to bring you back to a normal baseline. But hopefully, by that point, enough of your of the id personality will have seeped into your actual personality that will have created a nice balance.
Okay, Poindexter. Whatever you say, man. All right, next question. Here we go. This is a question from a user on the Discord server who calls himself Vase with a Face. Vase with a Face says, hey, Chris and Will, I have an issue of cleaning my room while I'm busy with my studies. How can I better budget my time so I can get my work done and keep my room clean? And thanks so much for writing in. That's a very relatable question that they've asked us, don't you think?
It's a relatable question.
Sure is.
How do you keep your stuff clean? And like this is, I'm gonna give you a little insight into my life about how I go about keeping my things organized.
All right, spill the beans, Buster
It's like,
Brown.
You can do one of two things. You can either spend your life picking up messes, putting stuff. Will's dancing. You can either spend your life picking up messes, putting stuff away. Like every time you use a thing, it has to go back in the exact right place, or develop an eidetic memory.
Interesting.
Make it so that you never you don't need a clean house if you know where every single thing in that house is at any given time.
Because what is clean, man?
Right. If your fucking shirt's on the floor, remember that it's there.
That's where your shirt's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be where you want. It's got to be somewhere where you can get it. You can get it if it's on the floor.
Don't let your mom or dad come into the room and say, "Hey, this place is a mess," without being able to look them in the eye and say, "Oh yeah, that's what you think." But that moldy bread in the corner of the room, that doesn't belong in the trash. I'm keeping it there for later.
That moldy bread is part of an incredibly delicate and intricate ecosystem that I have created. There's one piece of moldy bread there, sure, but there's 18 other pieces of moldy bread placed strategically throughout the room. And the combination of their smells, when all put together, based on exactly where they are and how moldy they are, is actually very pleasant.
And your mom will say, "Whoa, I could have sworn you had just lit a Glade or something."
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
No, I've just put a bunch of moldy-ass food all over my room in exactly the right way.
And your mom will say, "Gee whiz, I saw this mess and I thought to myself, well, then why does it smell so nice?" And then your mom will leave you alone. I'm assuming that this is just your mother's pressure on you. It could be other things. It could be that your RA at your dormitory is knocking on your door going, "Hey, what are you doing in there? You doing your schoolwork?" But I don't think that's how they do it in colleges. But I keep being told it's changed a lot in those places in the last 10 years, so I don't know.
Oh, my God. Well, okay. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, that wasn't a good snap. Oh God, it's only half. Okay, Ray. 1, 2.
Oh my God.
Hey, buddy.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh man, that looked. The way the zoot suit just like snapped back inside of your body looked jarring. I'm not gonna lie.
It hurt.
Yeah. Is it like still in there?
Yeah, no. It's
Can
in
you
there.
like feel the fabric inside your skin?
Oh no, it's like it's a synthetic and everything.
Oh man.
Oh fuck.
You
Hey,
feel
the oversized shoulder pads are like pressing up against the walls of my small intestine.
right. Right.
Do you see how distended my stomach is right now?
Yeah. No, your skin's all weird.
There's a big yellow fedora in my belly right now.
It almost kind of like looks more like your skin just kind of grew over the suit as opposed to getting sucked in.
Yeah, no, I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And
Well, other than the physical element, how's your mental state? You feel a little bit more confident? You feel a little bit more free and easy?
no.
Well, oh, okay. Well,
Did you want me to say yes?
well, then I think we know what might have to happen.
no,
Well,
please, Chris,
I think
please,
we might
please,
know what happened.
please, no, please, please.
I don't know.
Please, Chris,
Gotta
don't
make sure
don't do it. Okay, welcome everybody to Life in the World. We're here to answer your questions about life in the world. This is not at all a The Mask impression. I don't know why we're doing this mask thing. Here we go.
Actually, real quick before we get,
I'm in so much pain,
I'm gonna
Chris.
need a little
I
bit of
don't-
water.
I can't do it.
Garcon. Oh
God.
my! Oh no, my fingers are all greasy. Oh, I'm having trouble snapping. Oh man.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
That was real, I think.
I think there's like a burst blood vessel in my eye, and I'm like feeling like I feel.
Well. Hey, look around you though. The sun is out.
Oh, it burns.
The sand is in between your toes.
No, it's like fucking sandpaper.
Oh well.
Everything hurts, Chris.
Well, you know what? Hey, I think it's time for us to head back to the bungalow. Let's get back. Let's get you back inside. You're looking a little bit sunburned. How about you lay down on the sheets and I'll rub some aloe vera on your back? Does that sound good?
That sounds
How about
really
I
nice.
rub some aloe vera onto your back. There,
What is this
there you go.
fucking...
There, that's nice, huh?
This episode has taken on a sick tone
It's
where I feel used. And now you're gonna lay
now
me
I'm-
down on the bed and
I'm gonna
oil me
oil
up. And there's been enough genuine laughter in this episode so far where I feel like this is quality, but it's come at such an expense. Like, I wasn't, like, feeling great before we started recording.
It's like
That
you were-
energy
you
was
were-
fully forced.
You were really low energy, and I feel like I really kind of
You
there
just
was, like- there
beat
was-
me further.
you had like a deep like tap of energy buried deep within you from your exciting 20s. You just like residual energy that you didn't spend partying as a young man, and there wasn't a lot of it left. And I feel like I just shoved it all out your body, and you're different now.
Yet, no, honestly,
I think you're 30 now. I think I just took a month off of your life, and you're 30.
At least,
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like it's time for me to settle down.
Yeah.
After all this, I'm like, wow, I think I want to be a dad. I think I'm ready.
And that's hey, that's the magic of a sandals resort. Sometimes it's just you need a little bit of sun and some sand between your toes to put your life in perspective.
And a suitcase full of Valium and,
suitcase
the
full of
ability to be
Valium
turned into the mask.
And a hook hand.
And
Just a beautiful, relaxing Sunday morning in Myrtle Beach, fucking South Carolina.
I don't know if I really have any questions. It was mostly just the cancer
cancer
things
ones?
that I was like, oh, it would be funny to just do cancer after cancer after cancer question.
How are we doing on time?
Oh, not well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we've only gotten 40 minutes recorded.
Nah, we're doing pretty good, I think.
You know, like, it's easy for you to say. You've been sitting there, sipping margars, enjoying your little folding chair.
Yes, and you've been doing fucking backflips, and it's been very quality entertainment.
I was a tornado for a sec.
You were a
I
full
turned
tornado.
into a tornado and went and then turned into a dog and went awooga
You're right.
and spit fire or something.
You summoned forth a saxophone from the ether.
Yeah.
And played some good ass jazz.
I briefly joined and then disbanded from the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. It hurt. They got their name. They earned it earnestly.
Right. They popped your cherry.
Ugh. Ugh. Gross.
I mean, look, this is a bonus episode. This is a backup episode. in
Yeah,
case
this is an emergency.
This is an emergency ripcord episode. Like we don't have to.
This is
we
a
can
one
relax.
of us is in the hospital after a suicide attempt episode. We couldn't make it this week.
I feel like if it's a
This is
suicide
a
attempt,
break glass episode.
I feel like if it's a suicide attempt, I would let there not be an episode. I feel like if one of us tried to kill ourselves, I would be like, no episode this week. I feel like it would feel weird to put out an episode.
You know, I guess my thought was the public would not, they couldn't know. You know,
Right.
maybe you'd be okay with
right.
them knowing
We'd have
if
to
you
hide
tried to kill
them.
yourself. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
no, if the public knew that I tried to
kill.
kill myself, that would make the life that I continue to live if I survive it so much worse.
No, I feel like if I'm gonna try and kill myself, and I'm not gonna get, and no one's gonna know about it, what's even the point?
That's a
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's you know. I want that sweet sympathy.
That's the thing that's really keeping me alive at this point
Right.
is knowing how fucking annoying people would be about it if I killed
You
myself.
tried to kill yourself.
Yeah.
All the they would come because they would come up with reasons why, and they would all be wrong.
Right,
Right,
exactly.
that's why.
Yeah.
And you know what? Fucking thank God for him then. You know?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
God for your annoying fans who have convinced you to stay alive out of pure spite towards them. I'm not gonna give you the fucking satisfaction of being sad over my death.
Yeah. I'm kidding, but also that's funny.
Oh, buddy.
I don't. I'm doing fine.
I want to have just like 30 seconds of pointed silence so that
N-
nobody
no,
thinks you're
I
fine.
I think this is the end of the episode.
It's
I think that this is a short, unedited episode because
because it
it's
is.
our last one.
It is. Yeah.
Because this is the one that goes out when I kill myself.
Right. That's a good point. This is. Welcome to the grand finale of Life in the World to Come, and who knows when it'll be.
I hate this.
There's
Let's
only
answer some
one way
questions.
this podcast
This sucks.
ends.
This sucks. This sucks. Let's answer some fucking questions. Here we go. All right. I'm going to try and get back
Make
into
sure
the...
Will is nicely caffeinated before we start the podcast, so he doesn't start thinking about killing himself.
Hey, don't talk to me till I've had my coffee. Okay, here we go. Okay. Ad break. And we're back.
And we're back.
Thank you all so much for tuning into
Oh, look.
our advice show, Life in the
Oh,
World.
look, the shrimp scampi just arrived.
Oh, that
I'm just
looks
gonna
delicious.
Twirl this up on my hook. Mmm. Delicious. Straight from the hook.
I love it. That looks
Yeah.
so good.
Mm-hmm. You want
Can
a
I
little bit?
Can I twirl a little around my hook?
How we get in on this shrimp scampi? This is a bit. I got the couples bowl of shrimp scampi. I got a huge a fucking bucket of shrimp scampi right here, so you can take as much as you'd like.
The Olive Garden signature couples scampi bucket.
Couples scampi bucket.
We make the noodles extra long so we can make you kiss with them.
This is
Like Lady and the
an
Tramp.
industrial janitor's bucket full of shrimp scampi.
Full of oversized
Like
noodles and giant prawns. Seasoned to whatever will cover the most surface area in the bucket.
Season 2. Sure, this tastes like butter.
Just whatever it is that's in it.
Yeah.
It tastes enough like shrimp scampi where the volume of it sells you.
When we're digging into some shrimp scampi, how about you come on, sit down next to us, have a little bit of this shrimp scampi, and see if we got any advice for you.
I want you to slurp this Olive Garden signature couple scampi bucket noodle right off my hook hand.
Yeah.
And I want to look in your eyes as you do it.
It's not weird.
No,
It's not weird.
It's weird.
It's,
No,
Oh,
it's
it is
it's weird. I mean it I mean it in a weird way.
I mean, it's weird, but it's not weird.
No.
You have to. What you have to
No,
do is you got to
it's
feel the
weird.
weirdness, and I'm gonna need you to just fucking. I need you to open your heart to that weirdness.
Hell yeah.
It's weird, but don't run. Stay with me. Like, let it happen. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice slurping shrimp scampi off Will's hook hand. Doesn't it feel right? Feels right, doesn't it? How about we answer some questions?
Ooh, somebody stop me.
The bleed-in effect has happened. He's balancing out into the perfect man.
Here's a question from Goose Juice in the Discord server. Who might I say, yes, I love your name. You're goosey, you're juicy, and honestly, I'm feeling kind of loosey. I think I got a little bit of that weird id mask energy.
That's what you want. You just
in
want a
me.
little bit of
I
them.
think I'm starting to digest the hat, is what it is.
Right.
The enzymes in my
The
stomach
power
are breaking
is
down
stored
the
in
hat.
the fedora, yeah.
Right, and I'm starting to feel it.
Right.
You know, also, but also maybe it's the Valium.
It could be the Valium.
It could be both.
But here's the reality is what you choose it to be.
Yeah,
You know, you can either way, you got that slick, smooth confidence.
Mm.
And you're gonna be just fine, William. How about we see what
And
this
I
person
know
has
it.
to say, you know?
Goose Juice, thank you so
Juice.
goddamn much for trusting us with your problem today. Goose Juice says, my old landlord died, and my new one sucks major butts, figuratively speaking. Should I move, or should I just wait for him to stop sucking so much butt? Goose.
I have a very simple solution
Yeah.
for you, Goose. You gotta get on your landlord's good side.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give him what he wants.
Yeah.
You gotta ring that little landlord's doorbell. And what's that? It's a package on his doorstep.
Mhm.
What's this? Oh, it's a package from you, from his loving and kind tenant.
Mm.
He opens it up. What's in that box, William? It's a bunch of butts with straws sticking out of them. You're gonna want to give him all the butts he can suck, and then you're gonna be on great terms with this guy. He's gonna let you pay rent as late as you want.
Right.
He's gonna there's something wrong with the toilet. He's gonna come right over. You know why? Because you're his connection. You're
Right.
his fucking butt plug.
My God. Jesus Christ, man.
You give him what he wants. You know.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can
j-
fight
I'm
the
stuck
guy,
on-
You
I'm-
can give him what he wants.
Yeah. 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 And you can't ask a goose to change its feathers.
No.
If your landlord or whatever this was, I forget.
It was a landlord,
The
yeah, it
volume
was
is
a
hitting me
landlord.
pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
If your dad, Smith,
Right.
if your God,
Dad.
who is it?
It was the landlord.
Oh,
Right.
fuck. Um,
You said dad, and I didn't even flinch, so that's partly on me.
if the king
Right.
sucks butt,
Yeah.
that's what he does.
That's what he does.
You just got to figure out how to make it so that works in your favor,
Mm-hmm.
or at least stops being a pain in your sadly
Mhm.
unsucked butt.
Exactly. If he sucks butt, get him butts to suck. So
Maybe-
he stays the heck away from yours.
And if you want, well, that's the thing.
mm-hmm.
Maybe you want him sucking your butt.
Maybe. Look, if you're looking out, you're going out on the street trying to rustle up some butts, you can't find none. I know where you can find one.
Right under your seat. Right
Maybe
under
so,
your
maybe-
nose.
maybe-
Oh, on your seat.
Maybe when your landlord hears that doorbell ring
Yeah.
and he goes to his door, maybe it's not a box that he finds on his doorstep.
Hmm.
Maybe it's you, fucking prone on the floor, fucking ass presented to him like a goddamn Christmas present.
Is there a little bow on it?
A little bow on it, and you look and you give him a little give him a little come hither.
I hate this. I hate this fucking show. And I hate my fucking life.
Oh, you're having such a good time yesterday, Will.
I know, I'm
You're having such a
tired.
nice time.
We've recorded 3 other episodes in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, this is the 4th one. And this one might, who knows when anyone will even see this.
This is if you're hearing this episode, I'm already dead.
It's like something terrible has happened if
And-
you're
and
hearing
not-
this episode.
And I'm not saying necessarily because this is the in case of emergency break glass episode,
Right.
but because if this gets published, I'll kill myself. So either way, if you're hearing this episode, something terrible has happened to Will Wood. I'm going to lean into this is the emergency.
I can't wait for like a couple weeks from now where you're like, God damn it, I can't believe I had to miss recording for a doctor's appointment and I have to kill myself.
All right. So, yeah, your landlord, think about trying to get butts for your landlord to suck that
Yeah.
aren't your own.
Mm-hmm.
That you have to remove those butts
Yeah.
from whoever had them,
That's true.
and that's not legal.
Mm.
You're not allowed to just cut off people's
I
butts.
feel like if you could get the right paperwork together,
That's fair. If you've got a
You
good
know,
lawyer
got a good lawyer,
and
got
you
an
know
airtight contract.
and you know an unscrupulous surgeon,
Mm-hmm. Or
which
just
don't
a-
we all?
Or just like an open-minded mortician.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I ain't using those no more.
Befriend the staff of a funeral home.
They bury those people face up.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna know that
They don't need them.
that their dad's missing their ass when they're rested.
Don't tell
forever.
nobody, you know.
This is our little secret, Edgar.
Mhm.
Edgar's the mortician at the funeral home that you've become
Sounds
very
like the
good
name
friends
of a
with.
mortician.
Yeah. And I rummaged through my brain for a little bit, and Edgar
It's the
came
right-
up actually pretty quick.
It was the right choice. It didn't feel like you rummaged that long. Yeah.
No, maybe it's the easy answer, but
It feels
whatever.
right.
The thing is, Edgar's a 22-year-old man.
Right.
He's fresh out of mortician-y school.
Mm-hmm. He's not getting a lot of work.
You might
Medical
have-
science is better than it ever been. No one's dying these days.
You might be.
It's like that.
you might be thinking to yourself, Edgar. Yeah, that sounds like a 6'5" Herman Munster looking motherfucker. No, bright, fresh-faced twink of a 22-year-old boy.
No, he's a real kind of like Neil Gaiman-esque juxtaposition character, where you're like, this guy deals with death, but look at how happy and boyish he is.
Yeah.
You know,
He's a delight.
he's a little delight. He's sunshine and happiness, and he'll give you a butt for like $20.
$20.
$20 a butt.
I mean,
'cause
he's
no one
fresh out
needs
of college.
those.
He doesn't have money.
He doesn't have a lot of money.
He'll
No.
chop off an ass for you.
Like I said, business ain't what it used to be in the fucking death game.
No, it's not.
No.
You're right. Nobody's dying
No one.
anymore.
I can't remember the last time anybody died.
No.
No, it's a dying industry.
No, when was the last? I haven't heard about anybody dying or getting a terminal illness of any kind.
Nothing
like
bad has
cancer
happened in
or
like the last
something.
10 years, and so like he's gonna be fucking chomping at the bit. He's gonna be trying to get rid of these butts.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
he
like,
has all
"Oh,
these butts that he
jeez."
doesn't know what to do with.
Yeah,
And you and hey, in you stride, being like, I'm gonna take this inventory off your hands for the low price of $10 a cheek.
that's a pretty good deal.
It's a pretty good deal. And you're gonna get in there and you're gonna offer him up to your grumpy old landlord,
Mm-hmm.
and his heart's gonna grow 3 sizes that day. He's gonna understand. Oh, someone does care about me. They've been
Mhm.
listening.
That's the thing, is that a lot of landlords, they just don't feel loved by their tenants. Have you
Mm.
tried tipping?
Have you tried tipping your landlord?
Have you tried tipping your landlord?
That's really funny. Yes.
Have you tried occasionally, giving them a little something extra?
A little something extra on the side, just to
Just
tell them that they're doing a good job.
That they're providing a great service for you that
Yeah,
you
that you're
couldn't do without
you know,
them?
right?
That
Exactly.
they're doing something
Like,
for you?
this great service that they do, where you give them money and you get to live. What an
yeah.
incredible thing that they provide.
Landlords actually provide housing for people.
They provide it.
What an incredible service. How could we live without these people purchasing houses and
not
offering
living in
to
them.
let us pay their mortgages?
Right. It's so.
It's such a beautiful thing that landlords bring to us in this world.
And you gotta be showing them a little bit more appreciation. So fucking get them butts out. Fucking tuck a fucking $30 bill in between them cheeks, in between each of the cheeks, and he can pluck them out with his little teeth. He's getting in there.
Your landlord
Sucking on them butts.
Your landlord's a fucking pervert.
He's a fucking sick little guy, but that's not his problem. That's his prerogative.
That's fair.
You let this man suck as many butts as he pleases.
You
That's
just
his
gotta.
thing.
The only obstacle really in your way to
Yeah.
winning over your landlord's heart is, can you convince a funeral home to let you even talk to Edgar? Can you go into a strange funeral home and say, "Excuse me, I'd like to speak to your Edgar"? Every funeral home has
Every
one.
funeral home's got an Edgar.
Yeah, even if he's not the main mortician in the funeral home, there is an Edgar.
Right. And if there's not Edgar, ask for Mortimer. And if there's no Mortimer, ask for Damien.
Right. And if there's no Damien, look him in the eye and say, "I see through your little shtick, you lying sack of shit.
You fucking Edgar, you.
Take me to the ass cheeks.
You fucking Edgar.
Show me the bodies, Edgar.
Show me the ass, Edgar.
Take that lying snake weasel.
Grab him by the scruff and drag him into the freezer and demand he tell you where he keeps the butts.
if he protests, beat him with the spare removed parts. Because, they take off a lot and replace them with, like, little fake stuff. Like all the teeth, and the eyes.
Throw teeth at him.
Throw a
He tells
fistful
you where
of
the
teeth.
goddamn butts are. And he'll acquiesce.
Yeah.
You know? He's a
a
kind
weak little
man.
boy.
Yeah, he's kind, he's loving, but he's not very strong.
No, and he's a
No, he's
pushover.
weak and he's a bit of a pushover.
He will literally chop off the bodies of bereaved people's asses for $20.
For like $20.
He's a weak man.
He doesn't feel good about it.
No.
No, he honestly, all things being equal, he probably wouldn't have taken the money, but you just got to get in there and big dog him.
Right? And that's how you get your landlord to like you.
That's how you get your landlord
Throw
to like
a fistful of teeth.
Throw a tantrum at a morgue until they give you butts.
Exactly.
Throw
teeth at their Edgar.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That we've come up with on this program that you and I perform on. You want to answer another question?
Let's answer one last question.
Oh my God, we only have an hour recorded. This better be good. Quibbit in the Discord server says, "Dear Chris and Will, how do you make new friends? I'm moving soon, and I will be all alone. Kiwi." Oh, geez, Kiwi. I'm so sorry to hear you're going through such an upheaval in your life. It can be very difficult.
Kiwi, do you know any morticians?
Sure. Let's do it.
Because and this just might be this one guy I know, but I know how you get straight to somebody's heart. That's a big box of ass. Okay, fine. What do you want?
No,
What do you want to do, Will?
No,
where do you want to take the bit?
No, it's okay.
Come on.
Dude, we can keep doing box of ass.
No, it's okay. I was committed to it.
No,
it's fine.
No, it's
We can do something else.
it's yes and. It's yes and.
Well, what are some other ways? That's just one. If your guy happens to be a landlord who loves ass, then get him ass. And you know what? I think that's the answer to the question. Ultimately the answer is the same. It's about figuring out what they want and fucking giving it to them. By any means necessary.
When you meet a new person, look them up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the eye. Absorb every bit of information you can as possible, as quickly as possible. Ask them personal questions, learn about them the way you normally would, but do so with a very analytical eye.
Mm-hmm. With an
evaluating
eye.
All information that you learn about someone is a tool.
It's a tool.
It can all be used to your advantage if you've got sharp wit. So let's say someone mentions that they have a dog or a little kitty cat or a son.
Okay.
You want to be their friend? Take their son.
Now there's stakes. Hey, all of a sudden, this person wants to hang out with you.
Really badly.
They're fucking blowing up your phone.
You're in your house with his son.
They're fucking banging on your door. They can't wait to get in there.
They will literally scream, "Let me in."
They're screaming, "Let me in."
And I think, that's a great way to start a friendship.
Find what's precious and take it, and then they'll come to you.
And when they do, that's when you turn on the charm.
And
that's when you say, "I'm so sorry, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon just followed me here.
Brandon just followed me here and tied himself to a chair and gagged himself with duct tape."
I think
what? How did this even happen?
I think Brandon really likes me. I think you and I
really
could be really good friends.
I think we could really have a nice time hanging out, the three of us.
And then you've got two friends.
Brandon
and his father. That's pretty cool. Commit crimes. Do violence.
Lie about how Brandon has deadly contagious gingivitis.
Oh.
So that you can never remove the duct tape from his mouth and spill your terrible secret.
That's a great idea.
You know, look, you got to cover your bases.
Sure.
You can't be careless about it.
No, you need to not only use information you're given as a tool, but generate new information as well.
Yeah.
Information is key. Study people. Learn their weaknesses.
Reality is all based on perception.
Right.
And if you can change people's perception, you're basically God.
That's true.
Live as God.
Live as God. Who wouldn't want to be friends with God?
Live as kidnap a kid. That's what God would do.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
Oh, we're done.
We're done?
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
can't
time.
say we're not.
All right. That's good. I need a fucking
Morty.
nap.
All right.
I need to sleep.
Thank you all so
Thanks,
much for
everybody,
listening
to life.
to this very special emergency episode of Life in the World to Come. I wonder what has happened
I
that
wonder
has
what has
led us
happened.
to publish this.
That is, yeah, exactly. Which one of us is in the hospital?
Yeah.
Which
Let
one
us
of us?
know in the comments.
What crime do you think I committed that
Why
I'm
is-
on the run for?
Why is Chris either on the run or in prison?
I know.
Tell us what you
Tell us
think.
in the feedback section of our Discord. What crime you think I'm
Well,
on
I mean,
the hook
you
for.
know,
Right.
at this point, right? I'm sure it
At
hit the
this
news.
point, at this point, it's in the news. That's a good point.
This
yeah.
is an emergency podcast that's been put out because something has happened.
Mm-hmm.
So don't actually tell us in the comments. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that won't help. I'll know.
Yeah, and I'll know.
Yeah.
Or maybe I won't.
And
Maybe it'll be a
and I'll have
big
been-
mystery. You'll just disappear, and I'll
And
have
if
no
you want to
idea.
make sure that I have enough cash squirreled away that I can avoid the cops as long as I need to, then you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/lifeintheworldtocome. Or you can buy some merch at at lifeintheworldtocome.bigcartel.com.
Get Chris to Mexico.
Buy a couple of shirts and get me right across the border, so I never have to fucking face justice for my terrible crimes.
Our intro and outro music is depending on what's happening.
I'm pretty confident it'll be "We Are the Hellhounds" with the taxpayers.
But it's an emergency episode.
It's an emergency episode.
It could be that we have to switch things up.
It may be very weird that we're saying this because
Right.
it's like far in the future and it's well established that we have permission to use "We Are the Hellhounds," and now
Or-
this is like a weird thing to say.
Or it's really far in the future and we've changed, theme songs for some other reason.
Right?
Or Rob Taxpayer has been like, I don't want to associate with you anymore. Chris
Right.
is a criminal.
Yeah. That's a good point.
That's a good
point.
Or maybe Chris is dead, so our intro and outro music is going to be Danny Boy.
It's gonna be Danny Boy every time.
Right. Maybe
This
I'm
is-
dead, and
Maybe
it's
this is
gonna
this
be
is, this is 10 years in the future. I've been dead 9 years.
yeah.
And Will has been doing a solo cast in honestly a very touching form of grieving. He's just
for
been,
9 years.
for 9 years every week.
Yeah.
He's been doing the cast solo, and he finally had to, he had to fucking go out of town to pick up his his daughter's dropping out of college. And he had to drive to New Hampshire to pick her up, and he couldn't record the episode. And so he puts out this special little one. That's also implying
that makes
you're,
sense.
That's also
my daughter is 10.
she's
So
10
in
now.
9
okay.
years she'll be dropping out of college.
I was
most
about
likely.
makes sense that she's dropping out of college because she's 9 years old and probably not ready for it.
No,
yet.
not yet, but
Right.
she's going to drop out early like her father.
Right.
I had my first I'm coming home, Mom and Dad, when I was 18, and I'm sure that my daughter will follow in my
keep the
little
tradition going, and I think that's beautiful and touching. And you'll listen to it together on that long quiet car ride back to Connecticut.
and I'm gonna when this moment of this episode comes on, I'll look at her in the eye. I'll say, "See, I know you. I understand you, and I accept this choice. We're gonna figure out what you need in your future together, and I'll help you."
Right, and in
It
the
really
background,
is all
it's
about
just
what will make you happy.
a 29 version of her father's voice going like, "You got to be sucking butts. Put a box of butts, put it, you suck on them." It's just,
Oh my God, I've made myself undaughterable.
nah, I said most of that stuff.
No, I've said enough stuff where I can never have children.
You can never have children.
Yeah, it's a shame that I already have a daughter.
Yeah, no, like look, this podcast will be long irrelevant by the time either of us reproduce.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that because I already have a daughter.
Right. Okay. Right, she by the time she's old enough to listen, Our intro and outro music is "We Are the Hellhounds" by the Taxpayers.
Yeah.
And you can find us on Patreon, lifeintheworld.com.patreon.com/patreon.com/lifeintheworld.com, bigcartel.com/lifeintheworld.com.bigcartel.com.
.com, the website. Oh, look at the seagull.
Oh, fuck. Oh, he's getting close. Oh, okay, we got to turn off the... Okay.
Oh, God. Okay. All
Close
right.
computers. Get the computers out of the way.
All right. Oh, I'm the mask. I'm the mask. I'm the mask. I'm Jim Carrey in the mask. Smoking.